Hello! Thought I'd do a live cooking thing, which could be bad. And probably my daughter's going to come in and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to do like a basic, or the way I think basic, spaghetti bolognese. I've already got spaghetti on. So yeah, doing it from scratch really. So it'll be a bit hectic. I won't see comments, etc. So we'll have to see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to start with the old onion. Put it down so you can't really see, but it is what it is. It's a bit of a shithole of a kitchen. So hi Thomas, how you doing? So I'm just going to carry on, and I probably won't be seeing comments. So after I'm on my phone as well, so battery's about 80%. So I'll probably use most of that up doing this. So the lighting's a bit shit, but it is what it is. So about 10 minutes, I've got to take my daughter's chicken nuggets out. I reckon that spaghetti is almost done already. So it's a bit rough video. It's not, just attach that. So I'm doing my daughter's spaghetti and chicken goujons first. That's done already. Ready to start it. Right. So bear with me. Lots of waffle. The old spaghetti is done. You probably can't even see me now. Oh well. Swing the water around that. That's kind of done. So there we go. Getting there. Turn that off. Play over what it's called to keep it alright. That there. Tongs for a minute. But yeah, first kind of cooking video, which is a bit worrying. So I ain't the best of cooks, so, but then it's not a burger and chips either, all that sort of stuff. So I'm actually cooking. So I've got all the ingredients you can see there. 3 people watching, so cool. Right, the pressure of people watching. Worse than a beer review. Right, so I'm going to have to move this a minute. I'll get the old. Be with you in a sec. I need this as it goes anyway, so I've set my tripod up. After they catch up. So, sort that out. Go back for a minute. I've got a beer on the go as well. So, got a 4-pack of this. Well, not a pack, but I've got 4 of them. It's my kind of new go-to, what is it, hazy pale, whatever you want to call it, sessionable IPA out of Aldi, Brewdog collab. Yeah, for the price, I think it's probably one of the better hoppy beers for me out there. A bit like Rhinebacker for the lagers, You can't even see me, can you? Which ain't a bad thing. Regular spaghetti or no, regular. Anyway, I'm going to. Yeah, well, that is the idiot, Rob. Sorry if I don't see your comments. I'm not kind of. Anyway, let's try and chop my hand off on a live stream. That'd be quite amusing, wouldn't it? Think of the views. Think of the views. One less thinker. Think of the views. It's one of them deals. How long have I got for that? So 5 minutes for the old chicken goujons for the little one. The lighting is really crap, so. What's this one? me. So I mean, I've learned bits and bats, kind of like YouTube videos, decent ones, not and I just kind of tried them out, tried different things. Obviously, see me just about tears in your eyes with onions and shit. So I've learned a few things over the last few years, just to, normally I'll just go straight into the bin, and I'm just going to throw it there for now. The bin's a little bit out of the way. So yeah, there's going to be lots of boring quietness. Awkward, which is, you're cooking at the end of the day, so I'm on my mobile at the moment. I assume you can hear me. I've just pulled half the onion off, that's good. Good start. Right, so let's just chop that up after. So this is the way I kind of do it. You got the top part of the onion and the bottom part. I cut down to kind of about 3/4 length, and then I cut halfway through. That's the way I do it. I mean, it's like anything, isn't it? There's so many different ways you can do things. You don't do it that way, you do it this way, which is fine. You just do it to what you're used to, I guess, and what works for you. I ain't very good with a knife, as in I haven't. Well, we're not going to say nothing, but I don't really do knives much. So I just cut down. You put it that way around. The light is really poor, but it's to about 3/4 of the way. Then I go sort of halfway down and then straight into where the 3/4 mark is ish. And hopefully he's got a good knife today. Yeah, I just let it glide on its own with the knife. I don't force it. That's another thing. You've got these straggly bits at the end. See these bits? Now I've been kind of, a lot of people have said don't cut these parts or that part off, leave it all on there, because that's what gets the tears to your eyes. And but he says I cut the bottom parts. I think it's the top part, not the bottom part. So anyway, then you cut down it. You've got so you've gone down already, then you've gone across, and then you're going down the other way, and then it should. God, this is going to be a long string. Right, I need to take them goujons out, and I'll go and give my daughter her dinner, and then I'll be back. So I'll be gone for a second. Let me just do this half, and then I'll sort that. She won't be coming out here saying, "Where's my dinner?" You're taking ages. Or who are you talking to? Talking to myself, like I normally do. She'll be like, "Oh, okay then." Right, so let me sort her dinner out, and then I'll be back to tell you. Cooking for me and my dad anyway, so right. Let's sort it out yet. Yeah, it's only them things. Chicken goujon, nothing special, just she's fussy as anything. Trying to give her this, she'll be like, what's that? Don't like it. So then she's not quite done yet, so give that a few minutes. So we'll finish off the other half of the onion, and I'll move the camera around so you can see what nonsense I'm doing there. So that's half of it done. Fingers intact. So same process, usual. I don't know if you can hear me. Let's have a look. Can you actually hear me? Probably does. I don't know. It cuts, so that's all I care about. It's actually quite sharp. So yeah, same process. I'm assuming you can hear me. I don't know. So yeah, I just it's pretty blunt, but that's all right. I don't care. Roughly anyway, it doesn't really need to be in uniform kind of. At the end of the day, it's going to fall down. So it's just you can do the lazy thing. I do it sometimes, get the old. Especially when it comes to doing spag bowl, just buy a bag of frozen. But I don't generally like to do that because you compromise a little bit of flavour, of course. And I just cut it all round the stem, and I'm not drying at all. Not honest. You just leave left with that. The light is shit, I know it is, but it is what it is. So yeah, maybe turn this other light off. Let me just. It's a bit of a mishmash stream, so. Might be a bit better, I don't know. So yeah, it's a little bit better. It's a bit darker, but you can see. Right, throw that over there. Right, that's that done. Let me sort these goujons out before I completely forget and burn them. And I'll check in a minute. That's alright. So it's nothing special for her. She's fussy, as I said. So fix to them. Turn that off. Go in there. Spaghetti. Yeah, she likes spaghetti, so that's something, I suppose. Yeah, I've used a different pan for the old. I've used a smaller pan, and I've ended up cooking the same amount as I normally do, which is. Some people put butter in the old spaghetti, but you don't eat much spaghetti anyway, so. Right, let me put that back on there. I'll check the comments in a sec. I'll get this started, so I'll be back in a minute. Oh. Just a drink, I think. Yes, it's a shithole of a kitchen. Shithole of a house, to be fair. Right, that's one down. Oh. Right, let's have a look. What have we got going on here? 5 people. Okay. Yeah, Red. Can you hear me all right? I assume you can hear me. I've got a red pepper. I'm using a red pepper just to give it a little bit of a kick. So we'll do that after. Mushrooms, obviously mince. It's not the type of mince I would buy, but then I didn't buy it, so it is what it is. Drinking one of them, which I'll do now. Right, so that's that bit done. That's the onion done. Put in a bit of garlic cloves eventually. put them up fine. I vary it sometimes, so you know, I like to just try and do it something slightly different now and again, just to see. And then when I find something I like, I try and, you know, cooking, it never goes. It's probably like home brewing to a degree, I would imagine. You don't always get quite exactly, unless you're doing it with machines, you know, on a bigger scale, then obviously it's going to be, well, you would assume it would be more consistent. But so I'm going to put 4 garlic cloves chopped up, so it doesn't drop them on the floor. There we go, got it. So put it over there. So use a smaller knife for that. You can see, you can't really see, can you? 8 people watching, what's all that about? Right, yeah, I probably need to get this a little bit closer really, because you can't really see. There we go. So I just chop the ends, get that kind of stemmy part, top and bottom, get rid of that. And just usual, you know, you've probably done it before, so you left it there. And then from there, what I do anyway, I just finely slice it downwards. Probably get about 10-15 thin slices, and then cut it the other way. You get to a point where it gets too close to the old fingerage, then that's that. So that's one out of the way. Some people put them in really quite large, like almost certainly Portuguese side of my family. Lot more rustic than I do it, but I like to have it a little bit finer. But that's whatever you want to do, I guess. This is certainly the way I still get a bit of skin on there. That's the way I do it. But yeah, so I don't know how the old what do you call it, will hold up, the battery on the phone. It was 80% when I started, so I don't know how quickly it's going to go down there. So we'll work that out. We'll have a look in a minute. So it's pretty. I mean, some people prep it all. I'm just doing it from scratch. For this little, whatever you want to call it, laugh, cooking video thing. So that's that. So we'll do one more, and then we'll just finally kind of run the knife backwards and forwards over them. And I'll show you the pan, which I'll actually give it one in a minute. It's got a bit of olive oil in there, nothing crazy. Once I've done this, I'll turn that on. Should be in now. Make sure I turn the right one on. Get about halfway. So, yeah, you probably can't really see very well, can you? Oh well. Oh well. The lighting in this kitchen is absolutely shocking because we've had a leak in our roof. It's been fixed now. There's an old chimney stack that came down about a month ago, etc. Around that sort of, well, it's 4 weeks today, which I can't get my head around how quickly that, well, not quickly, but I don't know, I actually don't remember the last 4 weeks really. Just trying to, like everyone else, I guess, get your head around how much of a bastard life can be. So I mean, going out, I went out for a nice walk this afternoon. Listened to a bit of kind of non-lyric music and stuff, and cooking is, they're the 3 things for me, and obviously a few beers as well. Right, that's starting to bubble away the oil, so what we're going to do, we'll move this round. So it's going to just go in hot. Whether that's a good idea or not, turn it down so I can start to go nuts. There we go. So that's the whole onion, 4 garlic cloves chopped up. I haven't even done the pepper yet. I normally prep the pepper because I want the pepper in at the same time. Just turn that down. Wash my hands. So red pepper. I'll stir. Not loads of oil, because I don't like that oily kind of film you can get over, you know, in the sauce and stuff. I'll leave it like that now. This is the way I do it. I pepper, I cut the top off. Like that. And then the same at the bottom. Seeds you can put in if you want a bit of a kick, which I generally do. Not too overpowering. And I just cut around the actual internal stems of the pepper, and then you've got all the seeds mucking around there. And then that, and I cut into areas, give this a move before it starts going nuts. Put on a low heat, turn it up quite high just to get the temperature, and then just let it turn down a little bit. So I cut them into general segments like that, normally about 3. This is quite a small even. And then inside there, I cut these white parts off, so it's a bit. Kind of, you know, like that. Mindful of the onions there as well, that kind of deal. I say normally I'll throw it all in the bin, but I'm being a bit messy, so it's going to be about a little. I'm too busy yakking and that, it's kind of. I'm probably just going to turn that right down just for a second until these are done. And then, so I'm just going to cut. I'm going to cut straight down. I can't even see properly, can you? It's so poor, the light. Is that better? No, you don't want to see the kitchen, it's a shithole. So basically I cut down the whole thing and then across. Because these can take a little bit longer to cook. I should have put them in first, but it is what it is. That's just me. Could probably do with actually putting the light on again. Yeah, so apologies not getting to the comments, but I'm going to actually put that off the heat. It's starting to, I don't really want them, just turn that off the heat a minute so I don't have to worry about that. Let me just put the old light on for a sec. So it's a bit of a slapdash type stream, so there's no structure, it's raw, well, until it's cooked. Sorry, that's a bad one. So yeah, I'll try and do it so you can actually see what I'm doing. So I cut from the inside with the outside being down. It cuts easier into strips. Roughly like that, that's a bit rough, so I'll throw that in the bin. As I say, you can put the old seeds in if you want, just give it a bit more of a lift. do what I do, but we can just leave it with peppers or not have peppers at all. It's whatever you know. Some people put celery in, some people put olives in. There's probably lots of other. Some people put peas in the bolognese, if you like. I don't know why I mixed it all up then, so I'm trying to. I'm just going to do it in groups now. So basically, I probably cut about 3 or 4 times per strip length, if you like. Going across the other way. Don't want big crazy chunks if I can help it. So yeah, this is exciting, isn't it? It was a random thing. This wasn't planned until about 2 minutes before I started cooking. So it's probably the best way, because I'll end up freaking worrying about it. So it's just like, I'm just doing it and that's it. I've been wanting to do it for actually quite a long time, but as you can see, I'm an expert with the knife. Well, I am with the fingers. Ultra, I'm pretty squeamish, so if that did happen, I'd faint, I'd be on the floor. That would be going to, and the string would run until the batteries run out. So I'll move this round again. So that's still on there. I'm going to put these straight in. It's fairly clean. I've actually got burnt bits of. It's good, isn't it? You do it all the time, it's normal, and then you put it on the live stream and you burn the onions. Wonderful. So, should have cooked all together, really. There's not loads of oil, probably why it is burning a little bit. Just give it a bit of that. Loosen up a little. Right. More crap in the way. I'm going to put a few seeds in, not loads, but you know. I mean, I just try and keep it low and do it. I don't want lots. Sometimes I've put the whole lot in before, and it's become a little bit too much. Don't do. I don't want going crazy. So the mince is just a basic Asda that thing. So 750 grams. Grams again. So yeah. Sorry, I'm not getting to the comments, but you can tell it's a bit. So it's actually starting to turn the oil colour slightly tinged red, the old pepper pigment colour for the heat. So it draws out all that kind of flavour in the oil and onions and garlic. So yeah, it's just a basic mince. I mean, there's too much mince actually for 2 of us, but so this is why I do. I try and break it up. I don't want them kind of lumpy, bumpy bits and bats that you can get sometimes if it cooks unevenly. This is the way I do it. I mean, whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. So it's not. It takes me a long time. I'm not, as I say, I'm no expert. So it comes out alright. Well, I eat it anyway. So. I might actually turn that off just for a minute. Not the light. That. I need to hurry up there because the old onions are going to be burning underneath. we can do that a bit more with the old right, that's that done. That's it over there. So this should take a bit of that stress off the onions. I don't know what battery I've got left, I haven't got a clue. I'm sure it'll tell me at some point. 5 people. So, anyone who's new, I'm drinking that as I'm doing it. The old collaboration, Aldi, Brewdog, yada yada. So yeah, it's pretty easy to do. I mean, well, I think it is, but so I'm just going to wait for this to brown before I add the what have I got here? Just basic. Can you see it? No. What's up, darling? You alright? What are you doing? What's the matter? What's the matter? Go to the toilet then. My daughter, as you gathered. Bless her. So this is calming down a bit, so I'm actually going to turn the heat up now. Just to give it a little bit more. Start to go brown there. So while that's doing that, I'm going to go back over here to get the mushrooms prepped. White mushrooms. Not a massive pack. There's plenty of room for mushrooms. Right. I mean, you can do this many ways as well. The bigger ones I do into 4s. And actually cut the stems off. You can leave them on. You do what you want. You know, at the end of the day. So yeah, proper riveting stuff. Give that another going over. Turn the meat over a little bit more. But yeah, well, generally when I'm doing it, kind of obviously off camera, it's obviously I do prep a little bit more. I'll get it so it's I've got a few things already done, so I can just throw it in, and then it's not too much of an issue. But this is just more slapdash than I'd normally do it. So I might do it again, you never know. Get that out of the way. So it's going nice and brown now, so we're almost there with that. So let's get ahead with this now. Right. Some of the stems on these are massive. So what I need to do now with this mince is pour so it doesn't burn. That's what more often like. It's just, I mean, it's got a bit to do with who is doing it, and it's a bit to do with what kind of pan you've got. I think. It's, you know what I mean? I like to see a professional cook use some really crappy kind of pans and pots and pans and stuff, just to see how they get on. See, you know, not the best range stuff that's brand new, never been used every time they're on telly or whatever, you know. But they're probably still bloody good anyway. Well, they should be, shouldn't they? So that's just about ready now for the sauce, I'd say. So, so I'm using 2 of these. What size are they? 500. Oh, fucking hell, I can't even open it. That's good, isn't it? Wonderful. You can tell it's a live stream, you can't even open the bloody jar. So let's try this one. Yeah, you're being a bastard as well, aren't you? You know, I've got a pair of bastards here. I'm getting trolled by the. Oh God, I can't even do this now. I don't know what's going on there. Wonderful. Right. Well, this is going well. Can't even open the bloody things. Try that off a minute. Oh, you bastard thing. How wonderful is that? Not 1, but 2. Oh, fucking hell. Had to be in the live stream, didn't it? More often than not, they're all right. Oh, you stupid thing. Right, we've got another one here. Let's try that. That's pretty typical. Pretty typical. Right, will this one work? Probably not. Oh, there we go. We got 1. So I'll just throw 2 of these in. So one of these has got to go. One of these has got to. There we go. We're there. Not too sad. So we'll give that a mix up. We'll keep them there because they've still got quite a bit of juice in them. And I'll add some water to them. Just not lots because I don't want it to. It helps with it's not sticking as well with the oil and stuff. Right, while that's farting away, I can carry on. I can put that one in there. You bastards things. Right, we'll get into the sauces and shit in a minute. So I need to tidy up here in a second, so we'll get there. So we'll just finish doing these mushrooms quickly. So that'll be the next part, adding them in. So we've got people at the door, you might be able to hear them. Live stream, so.
Oh, Jamie, you're the guy eat your heart out.
Oh no, nah, not really.
Are you giving me commentary or what?
I'm doing a live stream, yeah. Yeah.
Save me some, Craig.
She ran down about 5 minutes ago. She's wet. Okay.
All right, Dad.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Hopefully you didn't hear any of that. I'm pretty sure you did. So after telling me I'm doing a live stream. But that wasn't embarrassing enough, was it? So we're going to put all this shit in here and then I'll wash my hands. Sorry, I haven't got to any comments. It's just not possible. Right, I need the lids. I actually use these. I keep these things for seeds. Next year I'm going to be growing my own, hopefully peppers and etc. So we'll just dump that over here for now. I'll sort that out later. Right, let's give us a stir because it's probably going to be starting to. It's not on a crazy big heat, so that kind of helps. So it's not going too bad. It's a little bit oily. When I added that oil earlier, it's just it comes up to the top a little bit, but whatever. So put these in. Let me wash my hands. Got to keep clean. But once this is done, then I can give the surfaces a bit more of a clean. Obviously, they take a while to cook down. It's actually not a lot of mushrooms, which isn't too bad. Do I need this now? Well, I don't need this now, so that's not too bad. So they can go in there as well. Don't need that. Ah, he says, as I just see the tomatoes, I do need it now, so we're just going to use this. I don't care. Let's sort this thing out. There we go. I will stir it a bit. One of the things I like to be kind of organised. It's actually not very organised for me. So we're going to use this in here. It actually helps the spaghetti being done. So generally I have them going side by side and looking at the time and stuff like that. So this actually needs to turn up quite a bit now. Alright. So if there's any trolls on there, you know, it's a free hit really. I know Pete won't be on there, so that's one troll out of the way. So love you, Peter. Right, now a bit of water. Don't want loads. This is more for kind of it actually needs it already looking at that. It looks like it's drying out already, so just gives it a bit more of a chance. We'll keep a little bit more there just in case. Get rid of the other one. So that's another one out of the way. Right, not too sad. Right, so he's got to retrieve the knife from the sink that we needed to cook the. There it is. Right, what we've got here. Hello. So yeah, 10 people watching. What's all that about? Thank you for watching. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing the comments. It's just too. It's too much at the moment. Once I've got the tomatoes in, I can start to relax a little bit. I mean, what I use 6 tomatoes. So. Of course, he's put the chopping board in the sink. I completely forgot about these. So, just clean the old surfaces before I've done this. So. How many is that? 2. These are a pretty good, for me, a good guide to as where the cooking process is when they're in there. And the mushrooms, of course. So, but obviously, they're generally I put them at the same time, so it gives me a. I don't know how many I've done now, so I think I'll do one more. They're quite big actually. Some of these. This is another thing I want to grow next year, so which are fairly easy to do. Done it before, so yeah, I can't lift this up, so I'm just going to do it kind of manually. Ouch. So it does push the whole level of stuff up, and then when it cooks down a little bit, it's not too bad. But so I definitely don't need the knife now, so that can just go in there. I'll clean this twice. The old tomato juice. And keep forgetting where things are. I can go over there. And that's it really. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, it can start bubbling up and going everywhere, which is a pain in the backside. But yeah, just put it there for us. Sorry. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Cheers. All right, cheers. Take care. Okay, see you later. So it's getting there. But again, it takes a bit of time for it to bubble down a little bit, so probably need to increase the heat. I don't like increasing it too much because then it does properly stick to the bottom. You know, you get that kind of slightly kind of burnt. Things aren't actually burnt, but it's more of a like a burnt kind of. It just runs through it a little bit, which you don't really want. It takes over the other flavours that you actually want, and all that sort of carry on. It probably does need a little bit of water actually, so that's going to cool it down even more. So I can turn it up a little bit, and that's it really. Then in about probably 10-15 minutes. So you've seen that now. Still 10 people watching. Hello. Alice doesn't like mushrooms. She doesn't like anything at all. She's a pain. She's fussy. Yeah, I like that one. I don't. Yeah, I know you can do it, but it's just at the moment I'm doing it like this. So. Yeah, puree. We had puree, but someone's gone and got rid of it, which is annoying. That's the trouble. That's with my dad, isn't it? So, yeah, I'll do a spud bowl, and then so I need this. Okay, come back. Not got this, and this. So I'm gonna be putting the herbs in soon. So mixed herbs. I like oregano. What's it flashing for? Like it's taking a photograph. It's weird. And I add like individual stuff as well. I like a bit of parsley. It gives it a bit more colour. Basil, of course. Then a whole crack. Black pepper. Sea salt. And then, as we ain't got puree, I'm just going to throw in some ketchup, just to give it that little bit more. And that's it really. So they can go over. Well, they can stay there for now. Doesn't matter. And then a bit of table salt as well. I mean, I generally use. I prefer to use coarse sea salt, which gives it a bit more, especially with cooking. I find a bit more garlic there. So I don't think we need any more water. I just need to keep giving this a stir. So there we are. So yeah, as I say, with the cooking time, I generally look at the mushrooms because I think that's probably the longest thing that needs. Well, it's more of a gauge for me. What size they boil down to, and obviously the tomatoes aren't going to stay like that. They'll just get distributed throughout the sauce and etc. So, but the pasta's already done, so just give it a regular stir now and again so it doesn't stick. It's on a halfway heat at the moment. I don't know what temperature that is because it's all faded off, but it's around about. Is it 1, 2, 3? Gas mark 4. I put it on just to not gas. It's not even gas. Number 4 on this oven anyway. So I can't tell you exactly what temperature it is. So, but sometimes it varies how long it takes. Other times, you know. Normally, because I want another beer, so I'd let it cook a bit longer. So, and that's it. Alice doesn't like mushrooms. Hope everyone's doing all right as well. Cheers, Jules. Yeah, gardening. I want to grow my own hops next year in the garden, and I mentioned it on the stream the other day. So we'll see how that pans out. So I'm going back to front here with the comments. So yeah, it'll hopefully. Oh, this is the old jars, yeah. Yeah, this is all I cook though, so don't get carried away. What else do I do? I'm thinking. Yeah, lasagna, not, you know. Yeah, there's not much. I want to start doing these like all-in-one egg, like they do in Asia, one pan egg thing. But I probably haven't got the right equipment for that. So now I'm probably going to start putting the old herbs in. And I've got mixed herbs here, but I've also got individual stuff. But you can, you know, whatever you like really. So I'll start off with the. It will turn it a bit darker, adding the herbs. So I mean, I do like my pepper. Not that much though, where it all comes out and goes straight in. Wonderful. So there's going to be some chunky monkeys in there. You can tell it's a live stream, can't you? When you just thrown whole peppercorns in there. So, yay. Anyway, is this lid on? I don't want loads of salt in it. No, this one's alright. That's fairly typical, isn't it? Whole peppercorns. Oh well. Just a little bit. Well, I say a little bit. That'll do for that one. This is near the end, so this is oregano now. That's the end of that one. Oregano. I do like oregano because it's more of a. People say, oh, you put a lot of herbs, but yeah, I am. This is basil. Here, basil. And not a lot of people put parsley in, but it's a little bit lighter green. a bit darker maybe. And that's it for that part. And then we'll come to taste it just before, just to see if we need any more. We definitely don't need any more pepper, but whether we need any more salt just to give it, well, that's down to taste and stuff. But this has probably got another 20 minutes or so to go, I would say. What's the time now? Yeah, it's around about that. And that's pretty much it. We've just got to stir it regularly so it don't stick. This is where, when it gets thicker, it's going to bubble up a little bit. Shit will go everywhere. I'll probably get another beer actually. So I'm just going to, so we need that. We don't need the herbs. We'll leave the, we're not going to use that today actually. Definitely don't need, I can't believe peppercorns were in there. Oh well, it is what it is. Right, let's get this shot out of the way. I don't think I need any, no, not even, just in case. There. Get rid of that. Get another beer. Just move you for a second. Alright. So that can go in there. That can go in there. So yeah, something different, I guess. Nothing, nothing crazy. It's starting to thicken up a little bit now, which I don't really want because it's going to start splattering everywhere. So I'll do that. I will get a cloth actually, just to get a darker one so you can't really see what. So the candle on there before we go. Absolutely nuts. I'll actually turn it down slightly now that the mushrooms have shrunk down a little bit, so that helps. And you can see them, tomatoes are still not nowhere near for that. What do you want now?
Well, I'm wishing you good.
Oh. Yeah. Right. Where are we at here? 10 people. Hello. Not too many more comments, so that's it. Cool beans. This is going to be about 15 minutes, I'd say. And then,
Upstairs.
yeah, she's a, you know what she's like. She goes up to the loo and be half hour. Sit there waiting. So, but she's got her phone, so. I don't need that. Need that. Need that. Definitely need this. Another can of Brewdog Aldi IPA collaboration. Really, really good price. I can't remember how much it was, but I think for the price, hoppy beer wise, it's value for money. It just starts to stick. Just. Starting to go everywhere now, which is it's probably just the way I'm doing it, I guess, and the amount of stuff that's in there. So you want it to drop down with the cooking process, and then sometimes it, because I put a lot of water in this, but then it's a balance between not wanting it to stick and not wanting it to go everywhere. And it's kind of one of them deals. This is actually a little bit more runnier than what I normally, because obviously the amount of water and oil as well that I've done. But I have varied it a little bit in the past, so the camera don't help. So I look forward to chewing on the old peppercorns. I must admit, it's going to be my teeth are going to love me. That's it really. There's one there. Look. I've got one. I don't know how many it was. This one. I can't, of course, we will get to taste it. Well, I will anyway. Is that a peppercorn? Yeah. I think there's about 4 or 5, I can't remember. Something like that. I'm going to try and dig them out. Shouldn't do it really, but not part of the script. Well, not that there's a script. This is nearly, it's getting there. What's the time now? 7:20. I reckon another 10 minutes and then I'll leave you to enjoy your evening or afternoon. You go across. Yeah, it's starting to really kind of go up now, so we'll set it down just a little bit. Oh, you alright?
She's in bed.
In bed? Is you alright though?
Yeah, she's alright.
Okay. Right, cheese. Blimey. Another optional. I like the cheese, so we're going to grate some of that up. Merlot. Oh, what's going on? Can you get the scissors? It says cut here, and then you cut it, and then it's like it's nowhere near. It needs to be even more. So you
I cut it along and then I cut a piece of the corner on the end. 45
Yeah.
degrees, so it's easy to open.
I just cut here, and you cut it, and then it's like
Yeah. You can't open
it's like yeah. Is that like an April Fool's thing that they just thought they'd leave in there? You know, bastards. There we go. Okay. Right. Cheese is great. I don't like grating cheese either. you can get the pre-pack if you want, but I actually got some basil over there on the windowsill. Well, mate, it's still alive. Put a bit of that in on top if you want. Cheese is obviously very unhealthy, but so lots of things. That'll do, mate. So, what is everyone drinking? UK guys, girls? Probably a bit early for you guys in the States unless you day off. I'll check the old comments in a sec. Put that back in the fridge and give it another stir. I need that in a minute. I've left this too long and ouch. No, it's not too bad. I thought it was like proper stuck to the bottom there. Another peppercorn out. There we go, it's splattering everywhere. So the tomatoes have disappeared, but they're still like little bits, but it's generally getting to that point where it's that's 4 or 5 I've got. There can't be too many more. But yeah, it's quite. I've always liked doing this, so it's proper slopping everywhere. What's the time? About 5 minutes, I reckon, and then we're done. I'll plate it up and then I'll clear off. I've got 20% battery apparently, so. How you doing? How you doing, Jamie? Hope you're alright. So yeah, enough for me. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to do some cooking. I'm eating it anyway. I'm hungry, so it will be what it will be. There's another peppercorn that can come out. Can't be too many more. I'll see how little there is in a minute. Peppercorn. Right. Bit of herb. So we'll give it a taste actually. Just get a spoon. Just to see if it needs any more salt or whatever. Oh, a bit hot. Right. Probably need some more herbs actually. Like more herbs. Just a little bit. Not that fucking much. Jesus. That'll do. You want some Bolognese with them herbs? Oh well. That's definitely enough. And salt, that's what it did need. It's proper going everywhere in here. So it's thickening up. It's nearly half past. Got the cheese there ready. It probably needs a little bit of, I don't really like using ketchup, but I normally have tomato puree, but for some reason it's disappeared. Lighten it up a little bit with the darkness of the herbs. We're pretty much there for a few minutes. The mushrooms have gone down to that, and it's proper going like lava at the moment. Slurp of this. Right, so I know the spaghetti for a fact went a bit shit, so I used a different size pan. And of course it didn't want to play, so that's been over here under. Not too bad. So I'll get the old man's out of the way first. Yeah, that's the shitty bit there, I think. Right, we'll turn that off. That'll do. For a few minutes, don't really matter. So, ouch. So it splatters up, it gets on your hand, it's like, you bastard. Right, don't need that. And you can stop it sharp now. Yeah, it's a little bit too, I like it a little bit thicker generally. There's going to be loads left over. Right, let me just go and give this to him. And I'll be back. Alright, sort mine out quickly and then I'll. Yeah, that's the shitty bit there. That's alright, as long as I know where it is. Too much spaghetti for the pan, it clumped together, and so yeah, I generally use a much bigger kind of. I thought I'd get away with it, I ended up doing the same amount. So I don't like loads of spaghetti, so that'll do. That can go over there. On top. It's going to do me. Leave that to calm down over there. Put a few bits and bats away. They'll stay there. Cheese is optional. If you're on a diet, then yeah, don't do it. Or unless you're really kind of fitness, then you just burn it off anyway. So That's that. That's that. Lid on that. Hopefully I don't get any peppercorns. That do. Right. I've probably got about 10% battery left, so 11 people still watching. That's crazy. So, sorry I didn't get onto all the comments and stuff. Just an hour or so, just waffling on and trying to be a cook. That's it, really. Never get portions right with pasta. Always cook. Yeah, well, at first I should have just carried on with what I was doing. It's probably about the right amount. I always put less in what I think I need, but I thought, then I want there to be enough as well. So it's like pasta and spaghetti, the same kind of deal when it comes to that. So yeah, I hope you're doing all right, Jake. So Jake, Mary, Jamie, Jules, what else we got here? Adam, Vanessa, John, Ashley. I didn't even get to all these guys. I'm really sorry. I've got 10% battery. JD Video Scratch channel. Yeah, I saw you the other day, so check your channel out at some point. Beer Hounds Beer Reviews, Mark. I think Leprochin TV. Obviously my other good friends as well. Rob and Thomas. So that's it. I'm gonna go and have dinner. Cheers for watching this thing. Let me know what you do different, which is going to be lots of things people do different. So let's now down below. Anyway, I'm going to have dinner. See you later. Cheers. How do we do this? Me. Yeah, right. Just thought I'd put that on there. Yeah, definitely not me. Right. Take care. Keep safe. See you soon.